Por un momento creí que era la música del juego. Pero no. Es la música del RPG del infierno.
Oh, it's the great Dendro Archon. How can I help you?
I would like to check the registration records of a Kasharawar scholar. He should be in an unconscious state right now.
Okay, just a moment. Sorry to keep you waiting, Dendro Archon. We have confirmed that there's a scholar named Beinuni who's been unconscious for a while. The cause was improper operation of the Akasha. He hasn't regained consciousness yet, and is still receiving treatment at Bimarstan.
Huh? Isn't his name Moses? I guess he didn't want to be recognized or bothered by anyone. Please, give the knowledge stored in this to the Matra and ask them to import it into Beinuni's brain.
Understood. But for safety reasons, I need to know why.
Estás cuestionando las órdenes de tu diosa. Yo que tú me callo y digo lo que tengo que hacer. ¿No? ¿No? O sea, lo que pienso yo.
It's simple. This contains his consciousness. It's long been trapped inside of a dream. He's committed an act that affected the safety of Sumeru. After he wakes up, I'll inform the General Mahamatra of all the details.
I see. I'll take care of this right away. Thank you, great Dendro Archon.
No problem. Alright. Everyone should have gathered at the Moment of Dreams by now. Let's head back.
Vamos. ¡Ah! Me rompí las piernas.
Let's be quiet and just listen in. I wonder what she's going to say. Hello, all of you who have just woken up. I'm sorry for interrupting your beautiful dreams. I may have acted a little cold when handling things in the dream. I sincerely apologize for that. Dreams have amazing power. They inspire us to remain resolute in the face of adversity and help those with aspirations achieve their desires. But dreams also have the potential to exploit people, confuse the senses, and distort the truth. Unfortunately, you were all chosen as prey for an elaborate scheme. As I've said before, I'm still learning, and cannot fully empathize with the pain of all the loss you've experienced. But just take a good look around you, and you'll see many other people who have had similar experiences. You should be proud that you've been able to gather here and look toward the future together. The path of life is long, and it's hard for us to see the destination. This leads us to ask a lot of difficult questions.
Exacto.
What's the meaning of life? What's the purpose of my existence? Why do I keep experiencing pain and loss? Of course, the most comfortable choice is to stop progressing, give up thinking, and just keep repeating whatever you're already familiar with. Whenever you have such thoughts, just look at the people and things around you. Some people work hard all day so that their families can have a hot meal on the table at night. Some people travel all over the world in order to create art that resonates with all of Teyvat. Some venture in search of the world's secrets to prevent rapidly approaching, yet still unknown, world-shattering catastrophes. Life is not just about yourself. Each and every one of your actions shapes you
Exactamente.
and the world around you. Look, Friends and family will remember what you've done, and even some people you've never met may benefit from your actions.
Oh.
Therefore, many people will strive forward to forge new paths, even if they have to endure great pain to do so. Once you begin your journey on that same difficult yet rewarding path, you'll come to know the answers to those big existential questions. Yet they will no longer feel as life-defining as they did before.
Mira, mira. Ok, Arcángel. Muchas gracias por haberte aparecido por acá. Cuídate. Igualmente, cuídate. Oh.
But if you were to believe that life is nothing but an empty, ephemeral dream, then that's also the only thing it'll ever become. You are free to choose how you want to live your lives, but as your Archon, I should first make this information known to everyone. In the end, it's up to you whether you want to embrace a beautiful dream at the cost of your real life.
Primera palabra.
Nahida said she wanted to speak with us alone. It seems like she went to the plaza in front of the academia.
¿A dónde dijo? Ah, por arriba. Vale.
I'll race you there. Get him. Hey! You're amazing!
Buenejos.
Paimon was nearly won over by that scholar in that dream.
Well, he's very good at manipulating the weaknesses of human nature, but perhaps he himself had fallen prisoner to them long ago.
Oh, buena forma de verlo.
That dream was incredibly beautiful and enticing. Ordinary people couldn't see through it and easily lost themselves within it. But as long as you can still wake up, you can still move forward with your life.
Exacto.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Right. You said that you didn't understand human feelings, but we saw how considerate you were with all these people. Your speech just now really connected with everyone. You did a good job.
Thank you. I've heard a lot of sad stories along this journey, and several of them have touched my heart. You can't say that the victims of the dream really did anything wrong, and what they wanted was also not unreasonable. That's why I could understand them when they tried to resist us and protect the dream. But all of my understanding and stirred feelings probably can't even account for even 1% of the pain they've experienced.
Claro.
I don't think this 1% can be seen as an example of what you call empathy.
You're too hard on yourself, that's for sure.
Alright. I suppose going out into the world will help my confidence grow.
Exacto.
I've learned that emotions are nothing like knowledge, and that's why it's hard for me to put them into words sometimes. Benuni, or Mercedes, said that I had never personally felt the pain of loss. But I have a vague feeling that this isn't true.
Ah, ¿verdad? Porque ella no se acuerda.
The moment I entered the dream, I felt like I was wrapped in a blanket of warm feelings.
Le vamos a contar, ¿o no?
It was so warm that it felt like I had returned to the start of my life, and I didn't want to wake up anymore.
Con el sueño.
But when I opened my eyes, the feeling was gone without a trace. If I have to make an analogy for it, I would say I can no longer see words on a piece of paper after they have been erased, but I can still see the slight indentations of where the
Ay,
words
qué
have
lindo.
been written. But now that I've experienced this dream, I think I can say with confidence that I won't dwell too much on the meaning of that warmth. It's enough that I can tell I was once supported by that warmth, and its existence has allowed me to get to where I am today. If I dwell too much on its exact nature, I would be putting the cart before the horse.
Pero cuéntenle, po.
I gave a speech to inspire my people, so if I were to fail to live up to those words myself, then that would be too embarrassing.
Claro. Ok. Supongo que...
Hey, what's with that serious look?
You keep looking like there's something you want to say. Is there anything you want to tell me? Okay. Since we just woke up, let's stretch a little bit. A new day is about to begin.
¡Ay, qué lindo! Ah, por cierto, ¿quién? Hay alguien vivo por acá, ¿no? Ah, un terreno.
Jean will be upset if she catch. Just lazing around like this.
La señora toca la auditora de la Arconte Lechuga. ¿Qué tú? Vamos a las puertas. ¿Quién podría venir?
Hey, isn't that Nahida? Nahida! Paimon didn't think we'd run into you here.
Oh, hey there. It's been a while, hasn't it? What have you two been up to? Seems like you've been enjoying yourselves.
No.
How about you? What are you up to now?
I'm just looking out for some leads while getting some fresh air.
¿Pistas?
I noticed that I have some blurry memories after saving Ermin's soul. I almost feel like there's still something extremely important I need to do. But I can't remember what it is.
What is that? Don't worry, we'll help you remember.
Thank you so much.
Cuenta, cuenta el chisme.
Since you're willing to help, I have something I'd like to show you.
¿Y qué es eso?
Oh, it's beautiful. It looks like it's filled with some kind of power.
I found it in the sanctuary of Suristana, but I have no recollection of it whatsoever. It's filled with pure elemental power that is quite similar to mine, but yet it's also a little different.
Ah, porque le hizo el otro tipo.
It's very likely that it's connected to my foggy memory, but I can't figure out what it is.
Traveler, do you have any ideas? You know, Nahida, we just happen to be going on an adventure right now. If we find anything, we'll be sure to let you know right away.
Thanks, you two. I didn't mean to trouble you again.
No te preocupes.
Don't mention it.
Nos gusta trabajar gratis.
It seems you've got a lot on your mind, and we'd like to help.
Huh?
Hey, get out! You shouldn't be around here! I'm sorry, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Fungi don't usually come near this place. Last warning! Get out before I kick you out, you hear?
Hang on. I think it's trying to tell us something.
But Great Dendro Archon, it's a monster!
Monster.
Please, don't worry. I think I understand. Seems that it wants us to follow it.
You can understand it?
Even though different creatures have varying habits and ways of communicating, the emotions we experience are all the same. I can feel its anxiety and fear. It's in dire need of our help.
Well, fungi are kind of cute, but...
Bueno, vamos.
That's true. Okay, let's go take a look.
Alright, lead the way, little fungus.
Echemos un ojito.
Although they all look about the same, some fungi are friendly, while others are super aggressive and attack anyone they see.
It can't be helped. Perhaps in their eyes, humans are like fierce monsters as well. After all, they can't distinguish which human behaviors are hostile or not, and it'd already be too late for them once humans have drawn their weapons. Hence why they tend to strike first, rather than waiting.
That's not too different from how humans think sometimes.
That's what I meant by shared emotions.
No, ¿qué le pasó?
It appears it was in a hurry because of this unconscious fungus.
Seems like they might be family. So maybe this fungus wanted to bring Nahida here to help its family member.
Probably. Although fungi are simple creatures, they're very sensitive to elemental power. Maybe it noticed me on my way back and thought I'd be able to help. I'll take a look. I should be able to help if it's just a common illness.
Buena.
What is it, Nahida?
Strange. Very strange. This fungus didn't develop from a spore. It's an elemental life form.
Huh? An elemental life form?
Yes. Although the fungi you normally see are capable of using elemental powers, they're merely borrowing elemental power from nature. As for this fungus, it has elemental power flowing through it. Definitely not anything like your
Wee.
typical fungus.
Es un hongo de verdad.
Exactly. This is fair.
So this is a first even for Nahida.
But that's not all. There's a large void within its elemental power. The void is stopping the elemental power from flowing normally, which must be why it fainted.
So do you think it'll wake up if we can fill the void?
Yes, and I just so happen to be good at this sort of thing. I'll see what I can do right away.
Oh. Wee.
My power was compatible. Looks like everything is
Voy,
fine
vuelo.
now.
Volví, me fue a hacer un café.
Lord of Dendro. Is it really the Lord of Dendro?
¿Un ser elemental?
Oh, I can't believe the Lord of Dendro saved me. Thank you, as well as the stranger and creature next to you.
It can talk?
Oh, I didn't expect such a strange creature to make a sound like that. Seems I'm just as shocked as you are.
What? Of course Paimon can talk. Paimon isn't a strange creature. Paimon's just... Paimon!
Hello, Paimon. I am not yet able to evaluate an organism's intelligence from its appearance. I will only know you are able to speak once you have spoken.
Oh, well, no need to take it seriously. It's no big deal. But does Paimon really look so dumb that people might think Paimon doesn't know how to talk?
You misunderstand, Paimon. A mouth is used for eating, breathing, and other functions that are more important than speaking. So a creature may not speak, even if it has a mouth. I've never seen a creature like you before, so I dared not make the assumption that you could speak. Even if you do possess a number of human traits, it is still very common for creatures to have similar external forms but completely different interiors. Just like fungi.
Did this fungus study at the academia? It seems even more talkative than Paimon.
You're not a fungus, are you?
That's correct. This might be surprising to you, and I'm sure that you must have questions. Let's find somewhere else to talk. It might startle my fellow family members if I speak too much using this strange voice.
Supongo yo.
Me, 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 me.
Ujú.
It says that it's very thankful for your help.
Buena onda.
I was confident that I knew of all the creatures in Teyvat. Even if there are ones I've never seen with my own eyes, I thought I possessed all the relevant knowledge about them. However, even if I were to lay out the traits of all elemental life forms, you don't seem to match any of them. What are you? And where did you come from?
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence. My home was filled with flowing water and great mountains. Lush grass covered the land, and my family and I lived in bliss and happiness. Until the apocalypse came and changed my home forever.
Apocalipsis.
A horrifying power consumed all there was. The seeds of catastrophe nested and grew inside of us, twisting and warping us, causing us to lose control. We were victims of the apocalypse, yet in time, we also became the apocalypse itself.
The apocalypse?
I'm not sure what it means either. It sounds like some kind of old fable.
It's a long and complicated story. It will take me some time to explain it clearly.
Tenemos todo el tiempo del mundo. Mientras lo explique y no me lo mande en texto.
Don't worry,
Oye.
I'll listen. Please continue.
I was lucky and managed to survive. Afterward, I left with some of my family and came to Sumeru to search for a way to rescue my homeland.
Mira, hay un cofre sin abrir ahí al fondo.
We came in contact with many species and learned from their cultures and knowledge, hoping to understand the truth behind the apocalypse. We later found out that humans know the power of the apocalypse and refer to it as forbidden knowledge.
Your home was destroyed by forbidden knowledge? Does that mean you're from the desert?
It said that they are looking for a way to save their homeland, but the catastrophe of the desert should have ended a long time ago.
The Lord of Dendro is correct. We are not from the desert. I would very much like to tell you the location of my homeland, but unfortunately,
Oh.
I've forgotten. That may sound a little odd, as it is very important to both me and my family.
Yes, how could you forget?
I am a life form that was contaminated by the apocalypse. A part of my knowledge and memory was taken away as the contamination inside of me was purged.
Ah, I get it now. So the void of elemental power was left behind from when the forbidden knowledge was purged. I'm sorry. I hadn't considered that kind of possibility.
That's okay. Lord of Dendro, there is no need to apologize. Without your help, and not only did you save me, but you've also already rid the world of the remaining forbidden knowledge, right?
That's right. The forbidden knowledge is no more, and your homeland should be safe now.
Ah, lo de la pirámide.
My home should be safe now. We can go home. For the longest time, this moment has only seemed like a dream. I never knew it would become a reality so quickly. I was unable to fulfill our calling. I never found a way to save my homeland, and I have even forgotten where it is.
It's not your fault. You've already done everything you can.
Pobrecita.
Every species paid a grave price in the fight against forbidden knowledge. This is not a responsibility you should carry on your own. You mentioned that there were other survivors besides yourself. Where are they? Maybe they'll remember.
The apocalypse put us through immense pain. Many of my family members have already met their end. I'm not sure who else is still alive.
Don't worry, I should be able to find them. Just leave it to me. My familiars will take the rainforest, and as for the city, there are a few nice kids who should be willing to help.
Your familiars?
Familiares.
They're a group of lovely little creatures. They're just a bit timid around strangers. Give me a moment. I'll contact them right now.
¿A quién está llamando?
That should do it. It may take some time to find them, so let's wait for a bit.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. We all believe that you will keep your promises. The moment I saw you when I awoke, I had a feeling you were here because of the agreement.
Agreement?
You might not remember, but this is a prophecy that we deeply believe in. That the Lord of Dendro will bring us home once the catastrophe comes to an end.
Interesante.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry. There are also some blurry segments in my memory as well.
No es que tengan borrados. Es que... Ah, no, sí.
But I'm very concerned about your homeland. This is something I should help with. It's really no trouble to me at all.
Would you all be willing to come with me somewhere as we wait? The more family members that can return home with me, the better.
But didn't you say that you don't know where they are?
Yes, but I know their end. I will explain it to you along the way.
Ok. Y activamos la misión. Mm. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está? Mm. ¡Ay!
There's something that I'm very concerned about. Yes. I didn't mention it just now, but do you remember when I told you that the power in the crystal is very similar to mine, yet also different? The elemental power inside the crystal is completely identical to that of the fungus.
What?
Exactly. The prophecy that it mentioned was probably an agreement that I made with an elemental life form that once represented its race. I had to deal with the forbidden knowledge to save their homeland. The process, however, took away some of my memories. That sequence of events would explain the persistent feeling that I had unfinished business.
¿Qué?
Makes sense. Too bad it's unable to tell us more.
Yeah, I've been trying to think of a place that fits the description of its homeland, but I'm unable to come up with anything.
Qué triste.
Agreed. I really want to send them home, so they won't have to wander around anymore.
¡Vamos! Pero antes déjame ver dónde está la hora antorcha.
The road here is a little rough. I'll lead the way.
Don't worry, Paimon can handle any road. Ah! Enemies! You're up, traveler!
Ay. ¿Será ese el otro? Hmm. Pucha, me está quedando mío. Ay, ¿cuándo va a hacer efecto el café, weón? Doy algo más. Ay, no tenía que haberlo electrocutado. Tiene que haber un antorcha por ahí. Ahí está acá la canción. La quiero escuchar de nuevo. Ay, me equivoqué de botón.
I feel like running.
¿Y la antorchita dónde está? Me falta una, po. Esto tenía que ver de alguna forma. Te la cagué, po. ¡Eh! Ay, un cosito sea lo gratis.
I'll race you there.
Ah, no, 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 un cosito. Este ya lo hice. ¿O no? Sí. Hay algo más. Ah, supongo que F no, pues. No encontré la antorcha. Mm. No, no soy capaz de verlo. Lo siento, Genshin, te he fallado. Algo me dice que esa cosa que iba girando era lo que había que dispararle.
I'll race you there.
Ya, ¿y quién me atacó? Los bandidos seguro.
I'll race you there. No escape. You haven't won yet.
Puta.
Power that ended life with all my strength.
Need. Pulverize.
¡Pum! ¡Ay! ¡Ay! Vale.
Amazing. With such skills, you all would have definitely been able to find a way to survive the apocalypse.
¡Ay! Humildemente.
Hey, Paimon has been meaning to ask. You all didn't originally look like this, did you?
No, we didn't. The appearance of our kind will change according to the environment.
Deme un segundito. Déjeme ver cómo va la view. Tasu sigue viendo, jugando. Viendo el coso del Super Sentai. Encima creo que terminó el directo. Se me había pegado. Ah, pero está el Jack. Buenas, buenas, mi estimado Jack. Improva, Shukao, Perkins, Saco, wea, malo. Paloyo, antibaño, maniao, unao, abono con. ¿Cómo estás? Te dejo la view porque estoy en vivo, jaja, XD. El Escum. Ahí está Furio Fresa también. Mm, Furio Fresa, Frío, con F, aquí está. Sin comentario. Mm.
No, 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 no.
¡Hey!
Ay,
Y sin comentario. Sí, volvamos.
After communicating with various living organisms
Ah,
in
eso sí,
Sumeru,
voy a poner eso.
we discovered that fungi are
Comando.
the life form most adapted to live in these lands.
Déjenme fijar esto. Tu, 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 tu. Pa, pam, pam, param, pam, param. Listo.
Thus, we gradually took the form of fungi and became a part of their group.
It's hard to believe that's even possible.
The most important instinct any life form possesses is adapting to the environment. I don't think that should surprise you, Paimon.
Y los humanos no somos la excepción, también nos adaptamos. Pero es que llegó un punto en nuestra humanidad en donde empezamos mejor a adaptar el entorno a nosotros.
Your hand is shaped like that for a reason, so you are able to grip and use tools more easily. The reason why fungi absorb elemental power is to blend with the environment and fend off natural predators. We are dendro life forms, one of the most ancient life forms in this land. That is why we are so adaptable.
Mm.
So you mean, if Paimon wanted to, Paimon could change into a different form as well?
Sé lo que tú quieres ser. Estaba haciendo misiones. Ah, bueno, ¿y cómo te ha ido? Que good la misión de la Shogun. La misión de Arconte, dices tú, o la de historia. O sea, la legendaria de ella o la historia de ella.
Not as freely, I'm afraid. You would require a long time to make that happen.
¿Ya la terminaste o no?
Although this is common sense to us, it is still extremely difficult to explain.
Así que
It is
te gustó
simply
mucho.
impossible. Changing form requires energy, and
Pero,
energy
¿y
comes with
no la
time.
habías hecho? Porque esa historia es antigua, po.
You cannot make a sprout grow into a giant tree instantly.
Pero,
Nor can
¿qué
you force a tree to
tan...
bear fruit overnight.
¿El REM? ¿En qué parte de la historia estás? La única que no esquipié la historia. Yo a este momento la única que he esquipeado fue la primera de Yo y Milla. Porque la verdad es que estaba tan latera. O sea, en sí no me gustó para nada la historia. Como que no entendí. Me dieron no sé qué. Y la verdad es que me estaba quedando dormido y eso es que era tempranito. Así que dije, ya sabes qué más. Chao nomás. Y empecé a esquipear. Pero fue mía, vaya. Sí, sí, pero tú también recuerdas que yo tengo memoria de pez.
I see. Humans have a term for this. It's called growth.
Estoy después de que conocer a Nilo. Ah, ya. Entonces te estás haciendo el medio spoiler, amigo.
Ah, you're so smart, Nahida. Paimon gets it now.
Hmm.
Growth. I see. Yes, then This
No.
is what you would call growth.
Bueno, como tú dijiste, tú equipé nomás, pues, o sea, tú estás jugando a Genshin por el gameplay, no por la historia. No le voy a prestar atención.
A most
Está bien.
beautiful word. I shall enjoy
Bueno,
more as we
yo técnicamente hago, por decirlo así, un modo lore. Pero solamente para la parte de historia. O sea, si me chantan un texto gigante, yo no lo voy a leer. Pero sí he tratado de leer todo. O sea, el texto de la historia. Rapsol, ¿cómo estás? Saludos. Oye, yo me metí a tu directo y estáis terminando. De hecho, aún me salía que estabas en directo. Pero bueno, F. Ujú. Estabas viendo la entrevista de Lito, ¿no? ¿Siguen en la entrevista o ya terminaron? Estaban entrevistando a una actriz de doblaje. Una que entre... Bueno, yo busqué el nombre en Google y me salió la vieja de los gatos de los Simpsons. Como que debe tener muchos otros personajes. ¿Qué? ¿Cómo cuándo? Ah, también. Vale. Yo estaba viendo. Pero no había aprendido como hace 3 horas y media más o menos. Fue un poco y ya me terminé la resina. Como los dominios no me toman más de 30 segundos. Mira el culiao pro, po, weón. A mí me cuestan un montón. Bueno, también es por culpa mía por tener un team malito para farmear. Les recuerdo que pueden poner su música con el comando CR. No hay límites, solamente que estén en Spotify.
We're about halfway there. You're doing great, Paimon. Do you
Y
need
bueno,
me
está
to
sin
carry
batería.
you?
¡Ay, no, amigo! Cárguelo.
Huh? Oh no, Paimon was just curious. Paimon isn't that tired.
Me voy a poner a jugar Valorant y le dejo cargar. Buena.
You think so? Does the Lord of Dendro need to be carried?
That would be awkward, wouldn't it? Why don't you fly
Creo que si solo colocas el nombre...
We can figure out who will
Ah, Jaide. Mira, acabas de demostrar, Rapsur, que si solo colocas el nombre de la banda, te coloca una canción aleatoria. Supongo que de las más populares que están en Spotify, o de las más escuchadas, porque te puso una que es como su The Trooper, po, weón. No tenía idea, ¿no? La verdad. No tenía idea. Pero bueno, hemos descubierto algo bueno. Felicidades, Rapsur. Ahora sí, ¿qué pasó?
Cabro, me equivoqué.
Aquí no
Aquí no
venden
venden
pan.
Eyes on me!
¡Pum! ¡Ah! ¡Fallé! ¿Qué? Chao, Rem.
May have a
Cuídese.
different understanding of carrying someone.
Es por el tema de Minecraft, ¿o no? ¿De casualidad? Creo que Lito me hizo un spoiler ahí, por ahí, el otro día. Sí. Mira, la verdad es que En parte me interesa. El tema es que yo casi no juego Minecraft. Y casi menos en directo. Por lo que... Si te digo que sí, para la serie, pero puede que no esté muy activo. Y tampoco prendo todos los días.
No matter whether it's tired or not, my child is
Entonces,
happy when I
como
give them
que
a
estoy
bath
indecisa.
and give it a ride.
Child? You mean the fungi we ran into earlier?
Mm.
Yes, one was my friend and the other was my child.
Oh, amigo. Mm. O sea, supongo que debe ser más que amigo porque si está contigo y tu hijo.
Why can't your kid speak?
Because it's just a fungus. I don't want my presence to change or affect the original state of the fungi species here. However, it is slightly different from an ordinary fungus. It seems to understand some human language, so I gave it a name.
Mm.
Oh, then it must be a really cute name. You know, like Bongo Head.
Ay, esa bomba.
You have an odd taste for names.
¿Y qué nombre le colocaste?
Paimon thinks that name is great.
Strange and cute at the same time. It's a name only Paimon would be able to come up with.
Tun, tu, tun, tu, tun. Pam, pam, pa, pam, pa, pam, pam, pa, pam, pa, pam, pam, pa, pam. ¡Ah, conchito madre!
SM4 tiró 10 bitazos. Cheer 10, ¿qué pasa? Y Lurk.
Buena cima, muchas gracias por esos 10 vitazos. ¿Cómo está mi espantaneca favorito? ¿Cómo te fue en el directo? Oh, sí que está en el directo. O sea, Twitch se quedó pegado en tu directo. Intuí que se había acabado. Cima.
¿Qué tengo acá? Madera. Bota y subidori.
¿Cuánto tiempo estarás?
No te preocupes, Cima. Es gratis.
¿Qué estamos haciendo acá?
Y es divertido verlo.
That's right.
The name I came up with was not as creative as Paimon's. I learned it from an adventurer. Its name is...
Ya, pero ¿por qué tanto secretismo con el nombre? ¿Cómo que la copia de Palwo? Pero sí, la verdad es que se parece un poco, pero más que a Genshin, se parece a Zelda. Bueno, Genshin se inspiró en el aspecto artístico de Zelda. Por lo que Palworld, supongo que en vez de Genshin, se debe enfocar mejor en el Zelda. La jugabilidad es de sí, y con los Pokémon que están ahí por estar. La verdad es que mira, el juego en sí, a mí no me gusta Ark. Ese juego nunca me gustó. De hecho, porque no me gustan mucho los juegos de sobrevivencia. De hecho, lo que más aguanto, entre comillas, es Minecraft. Y hasta por ahí no. Por este jueguito me está gustando. Pero sé que es un juego eterno. Por lo que tampoco le voy a dedicar mucho tiempo. Porque ya tengo otro juego eterno. De hecho, estoy jugando 3 juegos eternos. Genshin. Bueno, ahora estoy jugando Palworld. Y también estoy jugando ese juego de RPG del infierno. El, el Brave Default 2. El cual es un Dark Soul de los putos RPG. E injusto. Y también es eterno. Llevo 40 horas jugando y ni siquiera voy a la mitad del juego. Una mezcla entre Pokémon, Minecraft y Fortnite. Sí, entretenido y está nuevito. Bueno, si Genshin. Oye, ¿en cuánto está Genshin ya? Yo creo que ya pasó los 150 gigas, ¿o no?
I'm sorry, but I've forgotten.
Yo como tengo un tera
Seems like
solamente
I've
para
forgotten
esto,
many important
no me
things.
preocupo, pero está pesadito esta wea.
Yes, I must remember it
Aló,
before I
aló,
return. It's just as
aló,
important as
aló.
my homeland.
Ah, vale. No sé, me preocupé si que se escuchaba bien el directo, weón, después de 3 horas jugando. Ah, sí, pues, ¿cómo te fue encima en el juego? Estabas jugando. Esta cuestión de los Fall Gallo, ¿no? ¿Cómo te fue? ¿Pudieron llegar? ¿Ganaron alguna o llegaron lejos nomás? ¿O ni eso? ¿Animación? ¿O no animación? Pide 150 gigas, recomendado. Genshin, loco. Chucha. Como dije, yo tengo un tera. O sea, mi disco duro es de 2 teras. Que es solo para juego. Así que se va a demorar en llenarse.
Yes, I have heard humans also call it that before.
Mm.
It's the last form we take when we are at the end of our life.
Ay, conchetumare. Debía un sustito.
Paimon doesn't understand.
It's trying to say that when they've suffered enough and reached the end of their life, they become a tumor of the withering.
Ah.
Yes, I would have also suffered the same fate if it wasn't for the Lord of Dendro's help.
Chucha.
So, this is how the withering is formed?
Previous research has revealed that forbidden knowledge is the root cause of the withering. But even if forbidden knowledge has been completely removed, its influence still remains, which is why the withering remains even after forbidden knowledge has disappeared. They've been tormented by forbidden knowledge for a long time. It's understandable that they will eventually become the withering. But what a sad and pitiful end.
When I left my homeland, flowers like these filled the fields. Each bloom represented an individual life. They grew in the pristine lakes, in the fertile soil, in my home, and in the homes of my friends.
Qué triste, weón.
They grew everywhere, until the world suddenly lost all its color and became tainted and murky.
Espérame un segundo.
But it's all right. Our life essence, elemental power, still resides in this flower. After an adventurer clears the withering, I will quietly draw near the area. If I can sense the elemental power of my companions, then I take them with me.
But that would mean the effects of forbidden knowledge could have...
Oh.
It's okay. That's not important anymore. I just hope that they can all make it back home. It's not right to leave them to simply perish in the open like this. Now that we finally have the chance to return home, each one I manage to bring back will make me that much happier.
I understand. Just leave it to us. So you're worried about me? It's fine. Forbidden knowledge doesn't exist anymore. It's natural to want to be overcautious when dealing with a highly venomous snake, but when all that's left is its skeleton, there's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Paimon doesn't get what you two are talking about, but we're all ready to go now, right? Then let's do this! We've dealt with the Withering countless times already.
Supongo que tengo que proteger esta cosa. Ah, pero con ejido. Ay, me va a estar matando. Ay, hay muchos hueones. Oye, oye, ¿se está llenando esa cosa? ¿Qué pasa si se llena esa cosa, esa vara roja? ¡Ay, ay, 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 ay! ¡Uy! ¡Se murió! ¡Oh, concha tu madre, morí! Vale. Vale.
It's the Withering.
Yes, I have heard humans also call it that before. It's the last form we take.
It's trying to say that...
Yes, I would have also suffered.
So, previous research has revealed that even if they've been torn... But what is sad and...
When I left my homeland, flowers like these filled the field.
Bote, esto yo ya lo había leído.
But it's all right. After an adventure...
No me hagan leer más veces todo esto.
It's not right to... Now that we find...
I understand. Just leave it to us. So you're worried about me? It's natural to want to be overcautious when dealing with...
Paimon doesn't get what... Then let's do this! We've done...
Bet you can't keep up with me!
Ah, ese no era. ¡Ay, concha de tu madre! Me asustó el weón. ¡Ay, no murió! ¡A dormir, señor! Vale. Alguien me dio en el cofre.
As I expected, it's the last of my kind that I'm aware of. So it wasn't able to make it to the end. If only it could have held on just a little longer.
I hope that you will be free of this pain after returning home.
Just thinking about how many elemental life forms have turned into tumors of the withering
It's okay. As long as elemental power still exists, then we will still be around. An external form is but a gift of time. Through growth comes change, and even abandonment of previous forms. However, our true nature is not so easily affected.
It wouldn't have come to this if we were able to cure them earlier. But I will cure all of them. Even if it's just for the sake of the rainforest and all the life forms that live in it.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. It was a wise choice for us to place our trust in you and wait.
Hold on. I think I got something.
Le brilla el ojo como el avatar.
Oh, I see. Okay, I understand. Thank you so much.
¿Pacho?
So, they found a fungus that matches the description I gave them. It's currently unconscious.
It must be in a similar situation as I was. We should hurry and go take a look.
Okay, follow me.
¿Y con quién habló? ¿Con la planta?
Another target tracked down by Outrider Amber.
Está un poco lejos.
We're close now. It's just a little further inside.
But there are so many fungi here. They're probably all ordinary fungi, right? Yeah, they won't be happy to see us.
No fighting. These are all its family. Although we belong to different species, we've spent a long time living among the fungi. They are very important to us.
No prometo nada.
They can be reasonable, as long as we try to communicate.
What should we do? You're the only one who can can make it through, right? But you'll need Nahita's power if you want to save that fungus.
I've got an idea. Can you teach me how to change into a fungus?
You want to transform into a fungus? But we don't have time.
¿Para qué
to grow.
crezcas?
Nahita is a god. Changing into a fungus should be a piece of cake for her.
Even gods can't bend the laws of time so easily.
Then we'll have to enter with the risk of being noticed. We may not be able to avoid a fight. But if spending some of my power will guarantee the safety of you and its family, then I'm willing to try.
All right. You have great elemental power, so you may be able to do. You will have to use power equal to that which is required to break through the limitations of time. I will lend you the relevant knowledge that I have. It should make your transformation process a little easier.
Alright, I'm ready. Changing into a fungus should be quite an interesting experience.
Lord of Dendro, this is nothing to joke about. I am extremely serious about this.
As am I. I'm not joking at all.
Pero como es la diosa del conocimiento, obviamente le va a interesar esto.
Alright. Let's not get hung up here.
Okay. Good luck, Lord of Dendro.
Easy.
You really turned into a fungus.
It's actually not too bad. My perspective in this form isn't much different. from
Porque es
usual.
chiquita.
The unconscious fungus is just below here. Can you all help me determine which one it is?
Oh, how do we do that?
I'll get close to them while you make your way over from above. You should be able to identify them using elemental sight since they're elemental life forms. Then, all you have to do is repeat the correct answer in your mind. As long as I'm able to...
Okay, got it.
Vale.
Let me lure away the fungi up top and make way for you.
Alright, good luck, Nahita. Let's go, Traveler.
¿Y qué hago yo ahora?
There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It looks pretty vigilant, so I'd better go around it. Why is it reacting like that?
Oh.
Uh-oh, the fungus on patrol noticed me. Nah.
Puta. Fallé en la primera, pues, weón. Entonces, ¿el de fuego? No, ese no.
There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It looks pretty vigilant.
¿Y cómo iba a saber esto, weón? Era tirar una moneda, ¿no?
It seems they didn't notice me.
Ok.
It seems that fungus won't be moving for the moment. I should hurry and make my way through.
Yo tenía una moneda por aquí.
This is the spot. There are several fungi here. hide and wait for the traveler to catch up. So this is the one. Understood.
Ahí estamos.
Nahida? What's wrong?
I never knew that it was so tiring to change forms like that. I even used the techniques that it taught me. Seems like its warnings were not unfounded.
The power of time accumulates slowly and goes unnoticed. A great price is to be paid if you wish to perform drastic changes instantly.
La wea crazy.
Thank you for everything you've done. All seems to have gone according to plan. Now? Who are you?
Oh, me gusta esa perspectiva. Foto.
I apologize. Language is not easy. Need long time.
It's okay, I have good news. Let me explain it to you the fungi way.
Esporádico.
Apocalypse ended? Go home now?
Yes, unfortunately, I've forgotten where home is. I was hoping you still remembered.
I remember.
Oh, buena.
Really? That's great! Home, Dendro Dragon.
Dragón planta.
Dendro Dragon. Ah, yes, the Dendro Dragon. I'm sorry, I just got so excited. I've probably never expressed such emotions before. But yes, our home is the Dendro Dragon.
¿Dragón? Solamente sé dónde hay un mecha pollo. Pero no creo que sea ese. Espera, voy y vuelvo. Estoy hace como 2 horas esperando el baño y las veces que he ido está ocupado. Ah, volví.
Oh, wait a minute. Paimon's confused. Do you mean the Dendro Dragon as in an elemental dragon? Like Dvalin?
Yes, they're both dragons, but a Pep, the Dendro Dragon, has been around for longer and has accumulated dense elemental power.
Pero ¿quién es el dragón de las plantas? No lo cacho. Déjame ver cómo va la view de los cabros. Tu. Tu. Ya que está viendo videitos. ¿Tú sigue viendo Senkai? Super Sentai, sí. ¿Narevis sigue viendo anime o no? ¿O no? Este creo que ya terminó. Sí, ya terminó. ¿Y Litoli? Sí, también ya terminó el directo. Okay. Hoy cambió el fondo. Buena.
But I don't quite understand. Why would you say that your homeland is a dragon?
Because we live inside the Dendro Dragon.
Dentro del dragón de las plantas. Ok.
The Dendro Dragon. Inside. Very big. Mountains. Water. Trees. Us. There is an entire world inside the Dendro Dragon's body. The Dendro Dragon nurtured the earliest life forms and protected us inside of itself.
Ok. Supongo que fue como el dragón tortuga en Avatar, que los protegía en su caparazón.
In a majestic voice that once we finally matured, we'd be able to start life in a new world. However, that day never came. Our homeland was the greatest place there ever was before the apocalypse arrived.
Paimon's still confused.
Yes, a very good example. It appears that you're much smarter than Paimon.
Sí, soy más listo que Paimon.
The Dendro Dragon is much, much larger than any Dendro slime.
Wait, then if that's the case, doesn't that imply that a Pep has also been contaminated by forbidden knowledge?
Yes, that is correct. What has suddenly made you look so worried, Lord of Dendro? I haven't seen this expression on you before.
A Pep is the most adaptable life form in the world. The forbidden knowledge should have become a part of its body a long time ago. Which means that if all the forbidden knowledge has been eliminated,
And a big void will also form inside the dragon.
I'm afraid so. Its body and soul have probably been in terrible shape for some time now. No wonder I haven't seen a Pep for so long. But how did it get contaminated? Was it due to the destruction of King Deshret's civilization? But anyway, A pet disappeared and has been gone ever since that time. It's been enduring unimaginable pain all the while. It's probably in pain as we speak. Yes, how could I have forgotten? If the Dendro Dragon fails to hang on, the elemental power inside it will no longer be able to maintain its form, and will all be dispersed. Dendro elemental power of that concentration will cause the rainforest to overgrow. Giant trees will completely block out the sun. Plants and humans will fight over oxygen. Sumeru will no longer be suitable for sustaining life.
Ya, pero energía, bro.
Hey,
Tranquilita.
what about the crystal? Why don't you show it to them and see if they know anything about it?
Yes, I'm sorry. You're right. We don't have time to panic. Have you two ever seen anything like this before?
No.
No.
Its power feels very familiar. Like something from our homeland, but I don't know what it is. I'm sorry our memories aren't very reliable.
It's okay. I'll contact my helpers just as I did before and see if they can locate your other family members. I'm counting on you all. Your info is crucial to us now. Let's wait for their reply again. Though I know waiting can feel unbearable at a time like this.
Supongo. Ah, mira, que no comió. Caían pines.
Thank you. Family bringing fruit.
I explained to them that you aren't hostile. After seeing you save it, its family is very grateful to you.
Ay, qué lindo.
Go home, leave. Hard decision. Don't know. They are weak. I worry. If waiting, then I hope.
Don't worry. I understand what you are trying to say. Family is very important to us. No matter when we were actually family. It has done a lot to protect this territory and can't help but worry now that it's about to leave.
Pero tiene que irte, po, ¿no?
Can you do one last thing for it while we wait?
Of course, I can relate to how it's feeling. I need to organize my thoughts as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Tend soil. Food. Don't like plant invasion.
There are two things that it wants you to do. One is to look after the land that the food is grown in, and the other is to drive away the plants that are trying to invade the area.
Ya.
Soil. There. First. Seed. Here. Paimon understood that. No need to translate. We'll take care of it right away.
Bueno, ahora nos convertimos en granjeros. Pero antes quiero comer, tengo hambre. Gracias. Por aquí hay un cosito.
Get ready for the gliding champion of Mondstadt.
Te vi. Estoy escuchando. Ah, ornamentos del miedo. Turu, tu, tu, tu. ¡Ah, me caigo! Turu, turu, tu.
I won't.
Tu, 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 tu. ¿Ya tanto me caí?
Win.
No, yo estaba acá, no. Ellos me están pidiendo ir a otro lugar. Vale.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Sin comentario. Oye, pero este es el borde del mundo, pues hermano. Este trozo de mundo, bueno, está descubierto, bueno.
I won't let you down.
¿Eso que se ve de fondo en Fontaine? Sí, en Fontaine.
With all my planted all the seeds, it's time to handle the amazing
Vale.
plant life.
Y si no tuviera un personaje Hydro, ¿cómo lo haría?
That's more like it.
Tu madre me mató.
Plants were invading.
Here. This dance is for you. Eyes on me.
Scratch that. Look at you, Foodale.
Go, go, Baron Bunny.
That should be all of them. That wasn't too tough.
Yeah, I've calmed down now. But it doesn't seem like there's too much we can do until we receive.
Can you tell us about the Dendro Dragon? We don't know anything about it. Who is it?
Well, the history of dragons starts from the very beginning of Teyvat.
Sí.
Sumeru was a Pep's territory. In those days, the lush rainforest covered the entire nation.
Oh, so there was no desert back then?
Not at first. That came when a giant spike fell from the sky, turning a huge section of the rainforest into sand. In an attempt to adapt to its new environment, a Pep changed color from the emerald green of the forest to the yellow of the sand.
No wonder those two elemental life forms are always talking about the importance of adapting.
A Pep has always seen itself as the master of Sumeru, and has refused to recognize the new order that was established. Even now, it probably still holds great hostility toward the god. However, powerless against the power in the sky, and then the forbidden knowledge many millennia later, it's been unable to stir up any trouble. Conflicts between the two sides are destined to continue until a balance can be found.
Tipo, el Venti no tiene de amigo un dragón.
As far as I know, a Pep had been slumbering in the desert, and King Deshret had taken a great interest in it. Maybe this is why Apep was contaminated. I'm not sure what may have led it to become involved, but rescuing it is definitely our top
Sí.
priority right now. The crystal that I have in my possession is probably the key that links the two matters together.
Tu, 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 tu.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. You really like them, don't you? Family. Like. Do you not like Lord... that's not what Paimon meant. It's just that you guys aren't actually the same species.
No, hola Mario.
Does that matter? Family likes me. I like family. I don't understand.
¿Cómo estás?
What it's trying to say is that as long as family members get along well, then nothing else matters. You place importance on appearances, but we do not. We find the experiences, knowledge, and connections we've made to be more important.
Claro. ¿Sí? ¿Por qué? ¿Quiere que me vaya? Bueno. Solo estaba en la sombra oscura. Está bien. Me parece bien.
Things that are more reliable than mere external appearances. These are the fruits of time, and the essence of what it means to grow.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Looks can always change, so what's inside of us is more
Pero no me funen.
It wouldn't matter.
Creo que Najida recibió la respuesta.
Recognize you right away.
Por suerte estaba en modo ninja. ¿No te quieras comer el spoiler? Estoy haciendo la segunda historia de la Arconte Lechuga. La legendaria. Por si acaso. Lo voy a spoilear. Si no. Sí, no, se entiende, Booster. Te agradece que me haya dejado la view por ahí de fondo.
Understood. Thank you. Still nothing new from the forest. Seems like we won't be able to find your other family members for now. It appears we are out of leads to follow. And if no one knows how this crystal works, then Apep may be in danger.
Te voy a bañar del canje de nuevo si se bloquea de nuevo. Le voy a poner cooldown, Mario. Uy, se me acabó. Más que bloquearlo, voy a dejar un máximo por persona. Por directo. O sea, como unas 4 o 5. Y ahí ustedes ven si las quieren canjear todas.
It's okay. It isn't your fault. I don't think it's a coincidence that neither of you can remember anything about the crystal.
De hecho, lo voy a hacer ahora antes que se me olvide. Mientras ustedes ven a una... ¿De ella se llama? ¿Denga? No, no, se me olvidó cómo se llama. Te voy a bañar. Eso es en recompensas, puntos del canal. Entonces, enfriamiento. Si pongo 0 en el límite de canje, pero acá pongo 5 para el elenco. Pum. Mm, Desde aquí no veo si tengo el límite. Pero ahí lo dejé con límite. Tu, tu. 5 comentarios. Pero no se puede.
Maybe it's because the crystal has a very close connection to forbidden knowledge, which causes memories of it to be unclear. And if that's the case, finding the other fungi still wouldn't help us at all.
The crystal and the apocalypse. The apocalypse and memories. Lord of Dendro, do you still remember the prophecy?
I do. What about it?
The prophecy is a story that connects events of the past and the future. A family member once said that the apocalypse is a part of us, and that there is value in preserving it. The rest of the family did not approve of its opinion at the time, so it left.
Preserving the apocalypse? Do you mean that there's still some that hasn't been eliminated?
That's not very likely. The power of Irminsul covers every inch of the... Did the prophecy say where that family member went?
To the limitless depths east of Sumeru, a murky place that no one can return from.
Inmundicia. La cima. No, por favor, no quiero volver a la cima.
Yeah, that must be the chasm, right? But what is it doing there?
No me hagan volver ahí.
It's impossible to preserve forbidden knowledge, but... what if it can be converted to a different form? I'm sorry if I'm suddenly not making any sense. However, I do think it's possible. Follow me. I'll explain it once we find that elemental life form.
¡No! ¿Tengo bloqueada la misión? Puta, en serio, tengo que ir a la cima. No me gusta la cima. A ver, ¿qué pasó? ¿Pero quién me lo impide? ¿Qué está? Ah, tengo una constelación de esta tipa, ¿verdad? Vale. Mm. Tu, 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 tu.
So that elemental life form came all the way here on its own and spent a long time by itself? Wouldn't it already have become the Withering like the others?
There is a chance that it could avoid that end, using the power of something here. I'm referring to what was used to fight against the Abyss. It once repaired the rifts of Teyvat long ago. It has the ability to purify and stabilize powers that shouldn't exist in Teyvat. Forbidden knowledge that its light has shone upon is kept here forever in a different form.
¿Algo?
Yep. It's just like soap bubbles that rise to the water surface.
Another strange metaphor, but Paimon somehow gets this one.
What the Lord of Dendro means is that the apocalypse was altered by the power of the giant spike and hidden within the oozing filth.
Yes, and it shouldn't be far from here. Let's go and take a look.
Quizá eso fue en parte lo que pasó acá. ¿Está muy lejos? Ah, sí, vamos volando. Ay.
Looks like we'll have to clear out the oozing filth in this area. You two should be able to take care of it, right?
Yep, we know what to do. We'll just use the Lumen Stone on the oozing concretion.
¡Uy, se muere! ¡Me muero, me muero! Hermano, no veo nada. ¿No había un artefacto para esto? Que claramente no tengo. Ve. Este. Hay un quito.
Oh, we finally managed to rescue it.
It should be the life form from the prophecy.
That light.
¿Qué hongo?
Wait, something dark is coming out. What's going on? Didn't Nahida say it was purified?
Maybe it's because such a long amount of time has passed. Although the power of the oozing filth is more stable than that of the apocalypse, it is still a form of dangerous power. It might have lost its mind after being soaked in it for such a long time.
Da igual, se entiende.
Oh no! But we still have tons of questions we need to ask.
I should be able to purge it with my elemental power. But this is our only chance.
Traveler!
It's okay. I trust your judgment. I was being a little hasty myself. Let's see if we can...
Oh, yeah! You said that the elemental power in the crystal was identical to theirs.
You want to use its power, but...
The Lord of Dendro seems hesitant. I too would advise caution. It's risky to use its power without fully understanding
Claro.
its intended.
Don't understand! This no good, that no good. Save life.
Yes, I understand, but this is our only chance to return home. We cannot afford.
It's okay, there's no need to argue. I'll think of something to do about the elemental power that will be used. How about this? Traveler, you could try using it. I understand that you have an amazing resistance to forbidden knowledge.
Don't overdo it, Traveler. Paimon will be worried.
¿Animación? Bueno, algo así. ¿Oli?
Lord of Dendro, and you others. How long have I been waiting here?
Yay! Looks like it worked!
Lord of Dendro, here in person. Does that mean the apocalypse has come to an end? Wait, did you get smaller again?
Ah, botón coge.
I'm sorry, that portion of my memory is highly unreliable at the moment. I can't seem to remember who you are.
That sounds about right. After all, the purpose of my existence is precisely for those unreliable memories you speak of. You once said that the apocalypse will be completely eradicated, and that relevant memories will become unstable.
Ah, ya sabía ya cómo iba a pasar.
Even you couldn't promise that you'd remember our agreement after those events take place. However, you are definitely someone who stays true to your word. My sacrifice is nothing compared to your resolve.
You and I made the agreement?
Yes, you used your power to protect me. That is the reason why I was able to survive here. To be honest, I'm nearing my end. I had thought I'd be stronger than this.
No one can withstand the power of the apocalypse.
In order to preserve a somewhat stable memory, I had to change the power of the apocalypse into a different form. Only the giant spike that fell from the sky was capable of doing something like that. But the moment I chose to go is the moment I lost my chance of being rescued by the Lord of Dendro. But enough about me. Lord of Dendro, let's get to the important matter at hand. As you can see, I won't last much longer.
I understand, and I'm sorry, but... Can you please tell me what this is?
This is a fire seed. It's an essential item for saving the Dendro Dragon. Thankfully, it appears to be in good condition. The Lord of Dendro and our people created this item together. It mimics how the Dendro Dragon's Heart of Oasis operates. The Dendro Dragon has been tormented by the apocalypse for far too long. It too is nearing the end of its power. However, if you are able to reactivate its Heart of Oasis using the Fire Seed, then the Dendro Dragon, and as a result, our homeland will return to the way it once was.
Oh, so the Heart of Oasis is a pep source of power.
No wonder the crystal was able to heal this fungus just now. That's what it's used for.
What? You used the Fire Seed to save me?
Why?
That's... never mind. It's not your fault. You didn't know. The Fire Seed contains a high concentration of elemental power inside of it. It's very powerful, yet fragile at the same time. It is not stable in its current form. To prevent any accidents, please don't use it again.
Since I am its creator, I will take responsibility for it.
Ay,
I
qué
assure
tierno.
you there's no need to worry.
All right.
Creo que al final ya no
Aside
hubo
from being
cinemática.
able to heal the Dendro Dragon, in other words, you'll be able to find the Dendro Dragon by following. But you should hurry. There is little time to waste.
What about you?
Forget about me. You should hurry home now.
Everyone is returning home.
Me está quedando mío, weón. Ay.
As I told you, I've already lost my chance to be saved by the Lord of Dendro. Lord of Dendro, I thank you for coming to find me, and for being willing to save the Dendro Dragon. Our past has been saved, and our future has been ensured. It's enough for me, just knowing that they will return.
No, ¿se muere?
Hey, wait! It turned into oozing filth.
Can you use the Lumen Stone once more? I can still feel its elemental power. Please, of all of us, it deserves the chance to return.
This is a small ball of light that it left behind.
I can feel it. I can feel its knowledge and emotions. It has all returned to
bueno.
its original elemental form and has become... Do not be sad, my friends. Its wish has come true, and it's very happy right now.
Because its external form doesn't matter, right?
Yes.
Toma,
Because
Adela.
our external form does not matter, and our home has been
Tengo que ir a
saved.
buscar.
There is nothing more important than being together with family.
Voy y vuelvo.
Let's go.
Home.
Bueno, quedamos terrible malito, weón. Dirígete a Teyvat. Ah, vale. ¿Estoy escuchando ahora? Secret of the Sky. Creo que estos son chilenos. Aquí, en teoría, hice casi todo. No, me quedo en misión. Aunque eso lo dejé yo ahí.
It's not much further. Follow me. We're close now.
Tengo esto. Cielo, infierno. No. Hola. ¡Ta madre! A lo mejor vamos a lo que íbamos. ¿Hola? ¿Qué encontré, weón?
Shake it and stir.
I can feel its power lingering and shifting around us. Sometimes it feels distant, but other times it seems close. This is its way of warning us. It has already noticed our presence.
Vale. ¿Dónde están los otros? Vale.
I'll race you there. Wow, these will come in handy.
Tormenta. ¿Listo? Ah, perfecto, sí.
If only the wind was a little stronger.
Perdió lo que es. Mm.
We won't be able to see anything if we keep going that way. Hey, look! Something's over there!
¿Hola?
We found it. A pep, the Dendro Dragon.
Paimon knew it would be big, but not that big!
Puny god, puny human, leave my domain.
Y anda un poquito con la pluma para.
Frail life forms like you cannot survive in the endless sands of the desert.
A pep, we're here to save you.
I do not need saving, especially not by you, brewer. You are no different from Amun. Both of you have only existed for a fraction of what you know as time. Yet you call yourselves lords of this land by leaning on the heavens' glow. You're better off paying attention to your path ahead, as you will fall where you've fallen before.
I know that you hate both gods and humans, but you've grown too weak now. Can't you let go of your hatred, even for only a moment?
Let go? For only a moment? Foolish brewer, you will find no gratefulness from me, even if you heal me.
Chucha.
You will only be reviving the dragon that will destroy Sumeru and the Seven Nations.
No, you're ill, that's all.
That I am. Time will bring death to all. It's unavoidable. Although I am gravely ill, my mind remains clear. I am different from the ancient dragons that came to terms with you.
There's no need for this. There's no point in fighting. What we need is the truth.
The truth. The shackles that the God of Wisdom cannot escape from. I have paid dearly for the truth, and you shall do the same soon enough.
Hey, don't leave! Careful, something's coming.
Ah! What is that? Paimon's never seen that before!
¿Qué fue eso?
It's our family.
Huh? They're your family too? But they don't look anything like fungi. External form not important. Inner nature say.
The composition of their elemental power is identical to ours. In other words, they're residents of our homeland.
Is this what they've become after experiencing the apocalypse?
This is also a form of adaptation, although a most gruesome and pitiful one. Many of our family members never made it out of the Dendro Dragon. They've gradually taken this form in order to survive the apocalypse.
Is there any way to avoid fighting them?
Hey! Can you guys talk? We're here to rescue you!
No responden.
They've given it their all just to survive.
They're being drawn by the fire seed. Only its power can temporarily free them from their pain. All that remains are the instincts to survive and search for energy needed to do so. Everything else has been discarded in the process of adaptation.
So this is the result of forbidden knowledge.
Would our world become the same if forbidden knowledge was allowed to rampage across Teyvat? Like fish struggling on land, unable to find a single puddle of fresh water in the entire world.
Yes, but please try to be gentle with them. They are not evil in nature. All they want to do is survive.
Yo no prometo nada. Ay, ay, ay.
This dance is for you. Eyes on me!
With all my strength.
Hyman thinks they used up all their strength. They don't seem... They want to go home.
Oh.
Yes, it was never their intention to leave the Dendro Dragon.
Is there a way to make them revert to their elemental form? Years of torment is what turned them into their current state. Their external form has become their shackles. It seems only the fire seed or a Pep's Heart of Oasis can save them. But it'll be risky if we use the fire seed again.
Correct. We cannot use the fire seed again.
Everyone goes home. Not just us. This is becoming quite the dilemma.
Let me think for a second. It's fine. Let's use the power of the fire seed. I can't bear leaving them in the desert like this. Don't worry, the decision is on me. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens.
Más papeleo para ti.
It won't require much elemental power. I'm just worried that it'll become unstable. But as long as I use my elemental power to stabilize it a little, it shouldn't be a problem.
Thank you. Sorry. Stubborn.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro.
Returning home is the most important thing to you. I've come to understand that during our travels. I'm not doing this just to protect you, but also because I hope to use you and your experience and try speaking to a pep again. After all, that giant Dendro dragon is also your family. Maybe it would listen.
I will stand with you, Lord of Dendro. I will never forget your kindness.
Yes!
Thank you. Alright, here it goes.
Family. We will all be able to go home soon.
Whoa. It's shining now.
Endless amounts of knowledge and emotions are moving inside of me. They're all very excited. To imagine such growth could be achieved in such a short period of time.
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
Yes, finally, we can go home.
This is the last part. Let's go.
No. No hay nada que desbloquear por acá. Concha de madre. Oh. Ay. Breve culiao, weón.
To ashes! All eyes on me!
Ay. ¿Por qué no hay jefe? No, no, el jefe está más allá.
Positions! Yeah!
Mm.
Told you I'd win.
Ay, 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 ay.
Here! Yeah! This dance is for you! Power that ended Haishan!
Oh.
Hurt a little. Get him! Bet you can't keep up with me!
Oh. Ah, bueno. Ay.
Positions!
This cave is huge. Could this be where the Dendro Dragon lives?
Oye, fuera de huevo, que está bonito.
Yeah. Who knows what's inside that cave?
Our goal is not only to find the dragon, but to also enter the world inside of it. That will be impossible if we can't get it to cooperate with us.
But how are we gonna do that? It doesn't seem to want to help at all.
I'll see what I can do. Pep, I know we don't see eye to eye, and that we have a very different understanding of the world and its orders. However, we are both born of elemental power, and both suffered the torment of forbidden knowledge.
Voy y vuelvo. Ah, todo tu culpa del Mario que me mandó toda tanta agüita.
We are not that different. And right now, we share a common enemy. We should not let our differences get in the way.
Wonder if the Dendro Dragon's even willing to listen.
Buena pregunta.
I don't care about what you believe in, who you hate, or what you've done in the name of hatred. Nor do I expect you to be grateful. I'm here to save both you and your people. My people. They've been searching for a way to save you ever since they left their homeland. They yearn for a chance to return home. And now that everything is over, all the hatred that you harbor has lost its meaning. Rather than continuing to fight, you should consider the life you've produced.
No response.
Your eagerness to survive means that you haven't given up on that world yet. If you claim to know so much more than I, then why don't you truly think about why you want to survive? And why you're so vengeful?
Chucha. Nothing?
Please keep everyone safe. And send us to the homeland.
¿Nos lleva a una dungeon?
Nahida, where are we? Huh? And what about the traveler? Where'd he go?
I was only able to ensure that we made it here safely. It's possible we arrived at different locations.
Well, then let's go have a look up ahead. Paimon's feeling really worried.
Yep, let's go. I wouldn't worry too much.
No, me la equivoqué a Zapto.
Paimon knows that. It's just that Paimon isn't used to not having the traveler around. Let's hurry. He might be just up ahead.
Tiene pinta de una pelea, ¿eh?
What's that? That should be the heart of Oasis. All we need to do is light it with the fire seed, and it'll restore a pep with elemental power. The damage it suffered internally will also slowly begin to heal.
Then let's hurry and light it! We still need to find the traveler!
Alright, hang on.
No.
Wait! The fire seed! What happened?
¿Se consumió?
It shattered. It was even more unstable than I expected.
But why? We barely used it!
I'm not sure. Perhaps the fire seed was only capable of protecting one person? But if I didn't use its power on everyone, there's no way of knowing where you could have been sucked into. And even if that's the case, there's no reason for it to simply shatter, unless...
Yeah.
Unless what?
Unless I was already in a weakened state when I created this fire seed. Which would be when we at first saved the desert.
Oh no. Wait, let's put that aside for a moment. If the fire seed has shattered, wouldn't that mean we came all this way for nothing? Oh, do you know what we should do now, Nahida? Oh, come on, Paimon, think!
Don't worry, Paimon. This is my responsibility. The fire seed is technically just a ball of highly concentrated elemental power. Although my elemental power is slightly different than that of elemental life forms, I gained a better understanding of it when I turned into a fungus. So, all I have to do is imitate that power, while adding some of my own. And I'll be able to do what the fire seed was supposed to.
You're gonna become the fire seed?
Yes. It'll take a lot of power from me, but it still won't be anything compared to when I was in the desert. I might, however, become even smaller.
What happens if you keep getting smaller?
I'll become a blade of grass or a twig. I will be able to unleash power beyond my limits if I can reverse the process of growth.
But you'll lose everything.
No.
Not only lose your appearance, but you'll lose your emotions, memories, and...
That's all right. None of that matters compared to the dangers that a pep is facing right now.
No, wait! There has to be another way. Besides, what will Sumeru do if you turn into a twig?
Oni, mushita.
Maybe you and the Traveler can plant me in the soil of Sumeru once it is all over. I can still communicate with the world through the forest. It's just that you won't be able to see me for some time.
You can't be serious. If the Traveler were here, he definitely wouldn't let you go through with it. If we knew this was how you were going to take responsibility, then we never would have agreed in the first place.
I'm sorry, Paimon, but we're out of options.
No, pobrecita.
Not all eagles who have fallen to the ground can soar in the sky once again. But if no risks are taken, then the eagle will be grounded forever.
No. Please, no, Nahida.
Pucha, Najida. Ay, 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 ay. Hermano, me atacan de la nada.
of Dendro.
No.
We've all grown on this long journey. If the purpose of that growth was to return home, then our wishes have come true.
No. Buste, te estás haciendo el sendo spoiler.
Your power.
You knew it would come to this. All the knowledge, language, and emotions that you have learned will be reverted into pure elemental energy. In your new homeland, nothing of who you were will remain. You won't be remembered by anyone. Is that truly the return you've always dreamed of?
Lord of Dendro, don't be sad. This is not your home. We go home. Lord of Dendro should also go home.
Ah.
Hear us, please. Feel our heartfelt desires. Awaken!
¡Qué linda! ¡Hoy no, po! ¿Hola?
To imagine such growth could be achieved in such a short period of time.
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
Yes, finally, we can go home.
Not so hard. Hey, get him.
¡Ah, conchita, madre! No, me vio.
To ashes. Here. All eyes on me. Let it rain. Bet you can't keep up with me. Go, go, Baron Weapon. Not bad.
Look at you, Foozhound.
With all my strength.
¡Uy, bueno! Escapé justo.
Get him. Bet you can't keep up with me.
¡Ay, pero si había esquivado, po, weón! Ah, quiere pegarle con una patita.
Get him. I'll race you there.
Vale. Oh, me pegó uno igual. Ay. Vale. Ay, cayó un cosito. Ah, espérate. ¿Qué?
Thank you for protecting me with your elemental power. Goodbye. We may never meet again. I will wait for her no matter how long it takes. This is the agreement we made.
Shake your hands!
Here. Yeah. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Yeah.
¿Esto?
To ashes.
Positions!
No entiendo, weón. Ah, sí, era eso.
All eyes on me. Here. Let it rain.
Sharing my knowledge! Can't handle your dream!
Power that ended Python.
With all my strength!
Dance with the waves. Eyes on me. No escape.
Positions! The Temple of Wisdom!
Ah, conchito madre. Uf. ¿Y otra pelea más? Tu madre, weón. Ay.
I learned a wonderful word. It's nur, which means light.
Qué tu madre.
It will be your name. Sounds like
Ay. ¡Uy, conchito madre!
Diana special! Think you can bully me?
This dance is for you.
Make yourselves at home. Everyone hold hands.
To ashes.
Positions.
No one escapes my sights. I'll race you there. Not so hard.
Follow my streak.
¡Ah, conchito madre! ¡Oh! No, ni lo. ¡Ah! No, cámbiala.
I'm here.
Hey, get him.
¡Ah, pero! No llega a tiempo, weón.
I'll race you there. Go, Baron Bunny.
¡La puta madre! No sé cuándo llegar, po, weón.
Think you can bully me? This leads through the river. The Temple of Wisdom.
Look at you, Boomtown!
Go, Baron.
Everyone hold hands.
Scratch ya. Bet you can't.
Hey! Can you hear Paimon? Say something!
Ah, la pelea fue psíquica.
You fungi said that your form didn't matter, right? Then let us know that you're alright.
¿O no? No sé qué pasó.
Their knowledge, memories, and emotions have been reverted to elemental power and released. They are no longer able to respond to you. The guardians that have accompanied me for countless eras have also transformed into my elemental power, just as they did. They will be born once again now that they're one. There's nothing to be sad about.
Ah, no encapsuló también a nosotros.
That's different! They won't ever be the same.
Paimon, we will never understand it, and it will never understand us.
Ah,
That's
no,
how
no, no
it's
sé qué está
destined to
pasando.
be.
No, pensé que no está. Ay, no sé, no cacho nada, weón.
But as long as you can be healthy again, then nothing else matters to me, Apep. Samara will be free from threat as long as your health is maintained.
I thought that my rage would be kindled once my power returned to me. However, what I feel now is a feeling that has long eluded me.
Ah.
The forbidden knowledge influenced you ever since you were contaminated, greatly amplifying your hatred and rage.
Yes, there's no denying that. Although my hatred for that usurper from beyond the heavens still stirs deep within me, destroying you and your people serves me no purpose. Be that as it may, my position still stands, and I will have nothing to do with you. When you inevitably perish due to your ever-expanding curiosity, I will still sneer and mock you in my heart.
Sheesh, who can put up with you?
I respect your decision, and with time, I will prove to you that we will not repeat our mistakes. Before you begin resting, there is one last thing I would like to know. How did you become affected by forbidden knowledge?
It's a long story. We all once believed in the distant past that only forbidden knowledge could give us enough power to defeat the heavenly principles. The Dragon King acquired the power of darkness from outside of this world, and led us in a fight against the order established by the outsiders.
Dragon King?
An unimaginable war took place in Teyvat, causing destruction on an unprecedented scale. The world itself was on the verge of collapse.
Interesante.
In war, the victor would inherit the right to shape the world, while the losers must turn into ash. But I didn't give up on searching for a way to turn the tides, even after the death of the Dragon King. As I attempted to collect more forbidden knowledge from the corners of the world, as it was on the verge of collapse, I was stopped by the giant spike that fell from the sky. Sand dunes arose where there was only forest, and it was as if even Sumeru itself was trying to tell me that the era of the dragons was over.
Ay, ay, batería, me apaga la tablet.
But you still didn't give up, did you? Because of Amun al-Ahmar.
Yes. Al-Ahmar eventually obtained this power with the help of Nabu Malikata. His ambitions continued to grow, and he planned to establish a powerful kingdom in my domain. Although I didn't think much of him, I allowed his actions under one condition. The condition was that after his death, all the knowledge he came to accumulate would belong to me. At that time, I still harbored deep regrets. By the time the Dragon King finally returned, the world had irrevocably changed. Some of the dragons have grown close to your kind, and have forgotten all about our hatred from when the world was taken from us. And some died, leaving behind nothing but their bones. While others chose to flee after experiencing pain, but for me, the scales and will of the Dragon King still shine bright in my heart.
I will follow them until the end of my time.
¿Por qué cambia la voz? Ya no tiene eco.
You really are insane.
When Al-Ahmar's proud kingdom collapsed, I swallowed him whole as I agreed, and absorbed his elemental power. However, what I gained was no benefit. No. I gained the apocalypse. I used up all my strength just trying to keep the pain under control. I had no energy to analyze the knowledge he had accumulated. But even then, I still believe that his insanity was far greater than that of my own.
So that's how the apocalypse started.
I admit that I fell for his trap. I was like a final failsafe in his plan.
Qué bastardo, weón.
Tiny Booer, and the rest of you, continue forward. I shall keep a watchful eye. How far will a life so dear and precious to the heavenly principles be able to go?
Oye, estuvo intensa esta pelea, ¿eh?
Hey, looks like we've been sent back out. Still in one piece, too.
The dragon will need to rest for a very long time before it is fully healthy again. It's not as ruthless as it was before. Curing the dragon of its illness has seemingly made it more open to reason.
Nobody's in a good mood when they're feeling sick. Even though we accomplished something really important, Paimon still doesn't feel happy for some reason.
Indeed. Although they'll still have the chance to be born again, they've lost their memories of their journey and their feelings for their homeland. Each opportunity for growth is unique in its own way. Perhaps the immense power we released was the pouring out of all these irreplaceable emotions that had built up over time.
Can you really call a place with no family your home?
Oh.
Family. Right! The hydrofungus left behind its family. Those two fungi might be waiting for it to return.
Oh, yeah. Let's hurry and go take a look. How are we going to explain all the complicated things that happened?
¿Qué es esto? ¿Hasta dónde puedo llegar por allá? Hasta acá. Al hongo. Ah, sí, pues hay que decirle al amigo y al hijo. ¿Qué hay por acá? Mm. Pero aquí no era cierto. Ah, pero es una salida. ¿Cierto?
I'll race you there.
Time to go to work.
Positions.
Shake it and stir.
Puta, me mataron otra vez a Beidou, po, weón.
Let it rain. Get him. Go, Baron Bunny.
Puta madre.
With all my strength.
Meet again.
Vale. ¿Un fantasmita? ¿Ya me pegó? Bah. A ver. No, tengo que irme a la chucha. Ay, tengo que ir al baño.
If only the wind was a little stronger. Hey, there's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
Es que no he sacado fotos, weón.
No one escapes my sight. Hey!
this time? We're back. I'm sorry. I really am. But it's gone home and won't be able to return for a very long time. Don't be sad. It did it to protect you. Your happiness is more important to it than anything else in the world. It said that Muir is its most important family member. That's your name, isn't it? This is wonderful. So it has left traces of itself after all. They will definitely meet again, someday.
Uy, estuvo bonita la historia, ¿eh? No, unos fritos aquí con las callampinas. ¿Me gusta esta foto? Yo creo que este fondo está más bonito. Sí. Ese me gustó más. Por aquí hay un coso dentro, weón. Ay, pasé. Estoy. Creo que tengo creo que tengo ya varios. Voy a entregarlos. Ah, no son 7, ¿no? Mm. Tres, 5 y 4. Voy a entregar estas cositas, ¿no? Antes de irme a mimir. Qué linda canción que estoy escuchando, weón. Me gusta el intro, weón. Faltan dos nomás. Y consigo. Las 15, pues bueno. De hecho, esta ya está doradita, pues bueno. Está impecable. Oh, trovato. ¿No? Nivel 2 no, pues. Sí. ¿Tengo una encuesta activa? Pero no lo voy a dejar ver los resultados. Eso lo voy a hacer fuera de directo. Ok. A ver, ¿quién queda vivo para hacerle raid? ¿Te gusta? Está en Genshin. Mm. Bueno, nos vamos a ir con él. Muchas gracias. Mañana no sé si haga directo, ya que como voy a un concierto, voy a ver a Paul Diano. No sé si estoy muy cansado o no. Por eso. Si hago directo, va a ser algo más piola. No sé que no voy a jugar Genshin. O sea, el RPG del infierno. Quizá juegue Palworld o Doom. Ahí voy a ver si estoy muy cansado o no. Así que eso, muchas gracias. Cuídense, cabrón. Nos vamos al raid. Cuídense, tomen agua. Nos vemos. Si no es mañana, es el lunes. Bye bye. Cuídense. Ah, por cierto, Sima, muchas gracias por los 10 bits. Chacón, gracias por la sub. Y. No, hoy no me hicieron raid. Ok, eso. Bye bye. Tomen agua.
Ya nos vamos, Giles Colliadas.